so many things that I want to talk about. Now I just have a mask in my hair. Today I didn't feel well. You can hear the birds chirping, singing. I don't know. You can hear the birds, which is amazing. But yeah, basically for me, I haven't felt too well today, and I felt like my body kept wanting to tell me or let me know that I need to take a break. And so today I was thinking, what else can I do to feel better and to keep my word, and that I will start making more videos like so. There has been, and every time I come back on here, I feel like there is happening so many things, such as, death in the family, um, which makes you realize, look, let go of being mean to each other, grumpy at each other, holding grudges, because you never know if you have the time to keep in touch with that person. And then there's work, and then there is the continuation of the situation that has been going on for the past since April. So since almost 6 months, which has, took control on me. Not gonna lie to you guys. I'm gonna be honest, and I'm still trying. Like, I still have moments where I fall down. It's just because there's continuous changes in my life, and in some regards I feel like there isn't enough, while in some regards there is too many that you're like, I cannot keep up. It's been interesting, but I came to the realization that we all have this mindset, which is amazing to have it, of what you want to attract, of how your life has to look like, whatever, but don't get so attached to it that you let go of being in the present and enjoying, if that makes sense. For me personally, I have been, not enjoying, forgetting to enjoy, and I have just been falling into these cycles, like where it's either too much work or, feeling sorry for myself, or I don't, like, no. And I kept reminding myself one thing I learned in Theta, and that is, you have programmings. Just focus on the programmings. Whenever something comes up, it means there is a programming. And if you're not happy with it, you know the tools of how to ask God to delete them. So I need to focus on those. And but there is this thing, and I feel universally, where we have these expectations of, oh my God, you're a certain age, you need to have this and that and this and family and kids and whatnot. Like, according to whom, Like, I've been hearing so many of my friends telling me, like, some of them don't have kids, like myself. And they're like, we're at this age and we don't have kids, and oh my God. And I'm like, and so what? Like, for me personally, that's a decision, which I'm okay with it for the moment. Like, I am not allowing myself to fall into this trend of, you need a house, you need a car, you need a family, you need kids by this age. But like, according to whom? You're not gonna raise the kids. I am. And I always say these things, as if you're not bringing money to the table and taking care of the so-called kids or whatever people talk about, then you don't have a right to talk about it in my life. Like, I will not listen to you. I don't have that amount of time, And I feel like this comes in everything. You need to have that degree. You need to have everything figured out. Like, oh my God, I hear some young people, young, I mean, like, in their, 1920s. And I'm like, I thought the same, that by the time I will be my age, I will have it all figured out. And I think the idea is, you never have it all figured out. You just know to balance it more, and you just know when it's time to level up. You're not a tree. And I keep having this, saying lately, I am not a tree, so I'm not meant to be standing in one place. If I feel like I want to change careers, locations, places, whatever makes me happy, I don't need to go out explaining my own choices to people. because I don't. As long as I'm not hurting anyone, which I'm not, and as long as I'm just living my life according to my own beliefs, values, etc., then I don't have to explain it or explain my decisions to anyone. And I feel like this is the idea that we're all having this ideology of like, oh my god, you need to, and I'm like, I don't. And look, I work in a very decision making environment. I agree that it will make me be more in my masculine energy because you always have to take action, be more straightforward, so on and so forth. However, I just realized recently that no, I am allowed to move forward on my own terms as a woman, and I don't believe women have to be the same as men. We can be as successful, both of us, but we do not have to be insensitive, be so action driven all the time and dismiss our feelings, our intuitions, our emotions because we are aiming to be as a man. No, no, it's okay for you to be a woman, to be in your feminine energy, in your creativeness, in your emotions, so on and so forth. So for me personally, I don't give a fucking anymore. Like I am so done with this ideology that we have to have it all figured out, that it's all programming, either from families and either from it can be from people that love you and care for you, but they're just putting onto you their fears and limitations. And therefore I'm like, no, this is yours, this is not what I'm thinking, this is not mine, this does not have to be my story just because you believe you know me. So I will not accept it anymore. But I also recently, because the earth is moving into a different vibration, higher vibration, so we are in this energy a lot of letting go, of feeling sometimes, down or without energy. It's just because your body is adjusting to all these new energies, and it's perfectly fine. As to before, I might have been very harsh on myself and be mad at myself for not doing what I am planning to do that day. But now, recently, I realized if I feel like I cannot go work out. For me, working out, it's now, as to before, it's more of for health, long-term health. But I really felt so tired. So then I just allowed myself to, get that extra hour of sleep or just be or just chill just because I felt I needed that more rather than focus on working out. And that's my own, reality. And that's okay. What I was like, I need to come on here. I promise I will come on here more. And I need to show up for people because I feel like everyone out there is showing this perfect life, this perfect everything. They got here overnight and everything was perfect. And I'm like, they don't really show what you're going through behind the scenes. Like I got a few comments like, how are you so rich? How do you have I don't know what? And I'm like, interesting that you're seeing this. Interesting that you have this thought process. It's not the way I'm thinking about it, but then I realized, oh wow, you know what? Without me even understanding it, by posting things that I'm like, oh, it would be nice to have it on YouTube Shorts or whatever. People think that this come easily. Yes, some people are born with it, and maybe I was one of the lucky ones. However, I am so grateful to my parents that they were always making us humble and making us understand the work ethic, how you earn that money and all that things, like how much work it truly goes behind the scenes. Like I will not kid you, like there is, any of my employees, I realize that they're at a level because they want to, because they don't want to work that extra hour, they don't want to get that extra responsibility, they just want to live in their comfortable bubble. As the comfortable bubble, it's, to be honest, it's your enemy. Everyone wants to be in their comfortable bubble, myself included. But life has showed me that I cannot be in my comfortable bubble all the time, in the way of like I'm not evolving, I'm not pushing my limits, or I'm not pushed to, to realize that I can do more, I can be more, or I can. I'm enough, and I'm, good enough to face those things and to solve them, basically. But I realized that people love so much their comfort zones. And look, I'm not saying comfort zones in the way of like peace in your life. I'm saying comfort zones in, sometimes you need to level up your skills, you need to level up your what you bring to the table, how you work, many things if you want to be having more. And that can be even, like body wise, right? If you want to be thin, toned, fit, whatever you call it, you have to work for it, right? Like, what do I mean work for it? Like, you will eat healthy, you will maybe work out more or walk more or so on and so forth. But you cannot put junk food all the time in your body and expect to be fit in this. And if you're one of those people that can eat anything and you're still looking fit, you're the lucky one. But yeah, so basically, you have to get out of your comfort zone and just be. I realize like there's many people also complaining about life, and I'm like, okay, you're complaining, and where will this complaining get you? Nowhere, right? Like truly nowhere. It will not get you where you need to be. It will. You're staying in this victimhood mentality for what? Is it gonna serve you? Maybe it will for a while, but then you will still find people, situations to blame for your failures, and that's not okay. Like start taking responsibility. And there is something that I heard a few months ago that I loved so much. You're an adult now. Stop acting like a kid. Stop acting or expecting your parents to still take care of you, to still, protect you all the time in the way that you believe you have no choice. You're grown up now. And the good thing is, with as much responsibility as that comes with, okay, so if I look different a bit, it's just because my camera died. I just stayed a bit with my mom. The good thing about growing up, adulting, is that, as it comes with responsibilities, because look, of course, it does come with responsibilities. It comes with you being straightforward with yourself, you taking action, you facing your fears. And look, people that say they are not scared in any phase of their lives, it's bullshit. Like you are scared, and what can you do? You'll just move forward. Either it's a new phase in your life, a new phase in your business, whatever. But you'll move forward because you have no other option. And this is the best thing about adulting. You can be yourself. Like as much as it comes with so much responsibility, it also comes with you being able to be authentically yourself, to go for what you want in your life, and to keep yourself accountable for the results or failures that you're facing. Because look, you cannot always, I don't find the purpose in complaining all the time. Like, okay, you want to complain to, take off the load, great. But then you have to get up. There's a new day, you have to get up. And I will not be bullshitting you right here and say, you don't have bad days. Come on, even the most spiritual person has bad days. It's normal, we are humans, we are always evolving. And during this time, there is sometimes, you are going through a phase where maybe you don't know what to expect, or you don't know what you actually want, or you're a certain kind of confusion. So you will be scared, you will be not knowing what the future holds. But at the same time, you can not keep complaining and finding faults in everyone, in everything. You have the present gift of changing that. Like, what is this bringing me? What benefit has it brought to me, to my life? Because look, there is one thing you learn in theta healing. It's that you cannot manifest something that at a subconscious level you don't believe it will be of benefit to you, your life, etc. So what does this mean? If from a disease, from a negative experience, if you didn't believe it will benefit you in a certain kind of way, you wouldn't have attracted into your life. And what do I mean by this? I find that, we have to change this mentality from victimhood, life is happening to me, to you have the power of how you answer, what you take from that experience, and what you do with it. I'm the type of person that I've done mistakes. Look, I've done mistakes in business, I've lost money, I've made bad decisions, bad investments. If it was the old version of me, I would have been so mad at myself that I wouldn't even get up to face life, because I was a perfectionist. I didn't like failing. I didn't like making mistakes, because always in my mind it was like, you should have known better. You should. Well, no. Look, it's what you do with it. But now I'm like, okay, I know this, and I learned from this. It might be an expensive lesson, but better now than in the future, when there is even more responsibilities on my family, like my husband and I, our family shoulders, if that makes sense, because I also believe, like, when you don't have like kids, I feel like we are adults, so you can adapt to anything in life. But when you have kids, then you have to be more careful. So yeah, basically, just go with the flow. Just be. Just start believing more in yourself. Work on this. If you have limited programmings about yourself, about your success, but you feel in yourself that you need to be somewhere, you deserve more, you are dreaming about this life, that you might not have yet manifested anything that would even prove that you're close to that dream. Well, I believe if you have that dream, it means you're meant to be there. But it means also it's showing you what you need to change. Is it limiting beliefs? Is it your habits? Is it the people you surround yourself with? And I'm going to be honest with you guys, like, sometimes it's lonely, and it doesn't have to be. I'm not gonna, put this out in the world to program you guys, but sometimes it's gonna be lonely, and that's okay. Advantage of it for me is that I love my lonely time. I love it. I connect to myself, I connect to God, I connect to my purpose, I connect to who I need to be, I connect and take back my energy, so I recharge. I know many people aren't like this, because I hear many times, oh my god, you love to be alone, are you crazy? Are you this? And I'm like, I'm actually perfectly fine with myself, that's why I can be alone. And anyways, every challenge in your life, it's an experience, it's an opportunity to show you where you need to be working on more, healing, letting go of. And there is another thing of attachments. I learned that you need to let go of attachments to what your life had to look like in this point in time, attachments to material things, attachments to expectations, right? So you have so many expectations, and there is so much attachment, there is so much heaviness on what everything has to look like. Why? Why? Just go with the flow, do your work, follow your dreams, try more to be your authentic self every day. And for me, this is what I'm striving for. This is what I'm working on myself more and more every day. And I promise myself that I will be more on here. And I promise myself that I will talk to you guys more about it. Though it's a very, very vulnerable thing for me to come on here and say about the goods and the negatives and whatever of my life, because maybe there are people that I don't want them to know, or I don't know, No, I'm gonna be honest, there are people that I don't want them to know, and then I'm like, I don't care about them, so I don't care. Maybe, there are people that maybe need to hear this, because also I needed to hear this at some time in my life. And it's also very, very sensible situation for me, because I had, which I'm working on, of being sensible and showing my sensible part. I always loved to show that I'm strong, I can do it, I'm, go getter, that I'm a strong person, thick skin, and sometimes it is the case now, but not in a unhealed version of myself, but in a healed version of myself. And that's why I'm telling you guys, like, I want to come on more in here. I want to really do more of theta healing with you guys. One, it's for me practicing. I didn't have too much time to practice, and this is something I would love to do. Like, I'm putting it out there. Put it out there. If it happens, it happens. But I'm putting it out there that if God wills, I can be a theta healing practitioner and have my own niche in this. Because for me, I realized I love talking to people about it. I love awakening the ideology of this, that we cannot, that life is just this way, and then you realize actually you were a computer, you're just a computer, and you have some viruses that it needs to be cleaned and then installed new updated programs, and you're good to go to achieve whatever you want. Basically, that's how I see theta healing with God's help. You just learn certain practices with God's help to be a facilitator within this process, to heal and let go and be the best version of yourself. I am trying my best to be more vulnerable here. Look, I'm still gonna post on YouTube Shorts because I love, showing my outfits. It's a part of me. I feel like there is so many things. Like, for example, before, everyone was telling me you need to find a niche, you need to find this, you need to find this, and I'm like, but my passions are not in one place. My passions are about like fashion, about like spirituality, self-development, healing, business. Why do I need to be put in a box and choose one of them when all of this is who I am? Why do I need to limit myself as to what I show just because, oh, it works better on Instagram, it works better on social media, it works better on YouTube? And I'm like, but this is not who I am. I love everything, and I will not limit myself just for the likes, views, followers, whatever, because for me, and this is what I would love you guys to also get from this talk, is that for me, I am no longer looking to be put in a box and to be told this is where you need to go, this is what you need to be doing, this is who you need to be. No, this is who I am. I am defining my terms and conditions. This is who I am. This is what I want, and I'm going to make it happen one way or another. As long as it brings me happiness, that's all that matters. And the rest will come, because when my energy and when your energy transmutes that, or transmutes, not transmutes, radiates love, confidence, the know-how in your sectors, in your fields, then you're good to go. But first of all, you need to have this confidence in yourself that you deserve to be seen, that you deserve to be who you are. You are enough being who you are just because you are. Like, there is many people that, and I will not get into it, but the programmings is to limit you and put you in a box. To believe that you're disconnected from God, to believe that you're disconnected from what you can achieve and manifest in your life. However, manifestation and your programmings go hand in hand. So if you have programmings that limit your manifestations, and you want, I don't know, let's take it like very materialistic, you want a Rolls Royce. And if you have the programming that you can never become rich and that you can never ever in your life have that Rolls Royce, you will not manifest. you cannot, because you don't have the vibration to manifest that in your life. That is the result of vibration, of what you give out. That's what you get. That is just a result of your belief systems, your energies, your actions. But if your belief is that you're not enough, that you can never have that, then your actions, your habits will just reflect that. So do you get where I'm going with this? It's a very complex topic, and I feel like I'm sliding down the slope with going into different topics, and I don't want to lose you guys. But yeah, I just felt like maybe I can do more of this, and you know, maybe more lives, um, because I made a goal, a list of goals, what I wanted to achieve this year, and shit happened that was out of my control, that I decided to postpone all my dreams, all my goals for this year, for a certain thing that I found it's way more important than anything for the moment. Um, but then things um, came with a positive solution and great news. So now I can finally start focusing on myself back again. I'm slowly getting into it, you guys, because I had snippets here and there where I could focus a bit on myself. However, I because I've been for a good number of months focusing on someone from my family very dear to my heart, and I will speak about it in the near future, but not yet. You know, I needed to give more of my attention there, and that's okay. But now I'm just trying to get back to my goals. Okay, what are my goals? Okay, this. It's look, it's a process, but I'm okay with it. I came to the realization of just being, and I keep telling everyone, just be. You're not a you're not a tree, so you don't need to be standing where you are in your life right now. But what are you doing about it? Change your perspective, change the way you answer to the situations you're facing in your life. And then also change your programmings and go with the flow of it as well. You know, there is a lot of go with, do this. But at the end of the day, be more compassionate towards yourself, be more understanding, be more patient, and learn to listen to your body, learn to listen to yourself. And with time, you will see you will get where you need to be. And I promise you guys that I will do this more often, because I want to take you on the process with me of, okay, maybe you can see me now. I have no makeup, my hair is with mask on because I need to wash my hair, but it's very dry. I have not clear skin, obviously, and I'm okay. This is me, this is who I am, and it's one of those days where I don't look amazing, but that's okay. But the most important thing, it's not how I look, it's what I say. I decided to be here and still speak and be vulnerable, even though I am not yet 100% okay with it. Like, I'm okay with speaking on the camera, but I'm not okay with, like, oh my god, I have to post it. But it's another process of healing and showing it's okay. Like, what else can happen, you know? Stop this fears of what people think, say, whatever, what it had to be. Like, who cares? Like, honestly, who cares? You know, I've seen the bad. And in the bad, not many people cared. And it was interesting, to say the least. It was an eye opener. So, what I can say, when you will be down or facing situations, there will not be many people that will be there for you. And there will be a handful of, and the rest, to be honest, I don't give a, not anymore, you know? Not anymore. And soon I will come to talk about the experiences we've been through, so you can understand where I'm coming from, and maybe also you can, if you or someone you love is has been facing something similar, maybe it can help you as well. I hope you learn something from this. I hope you stuck till the end because you guys, I miss you and I'm trying to be more in here, talking more. Let's say this is the beginning of maybe a weekly something vlog, whatever, not vlog, I don't know what this is, chit chat. Don't forget to click the like button if you enjoyed this video, subscribe to my channel, and let me know what you guys want to know more about. Besides the situation I keep talking about that I cannot really talk about yet. I'm not ready yet to talk about it, but soon I will. See you very, very soon.